got ourselves Blister over for the team 1. We got ourselves a lot of casters here. Frosty, we got ourselves Jayhawk with the Arcade. We got ourselves Spectral also has Arcane. Big damage on the bat. Forkbeard getting blasted out entirely. Big damage out of this Arcane Mage. Just ripping through with missiles into blast. Some more barrage reduction. Got himself a little bit of health survivability. Trinket, but the man just wanted to see if he could Trinket out of death and just got blasted entirely in the opener. With Atherman switching out for that adaptation Trinket like he used to in the good old days. Stun into the speak roll. He does get himself a bit of a reset. What's your name? Spectral? It is Spectral. Oh man, I have a hard time with names already, but at least your name is like, I just need to look at the Spectral and look at the Q. It looks like a P, S-P-E-P, but it says S. I'm ignoring it actually, because Spectral with a K works out fine. Not Bubble. Wings are up for Paladin, trying to see if Atherman can maybe walk towards the mage. And see if we can blast him out with Big Crusade. Massive reset for Spectral. Might even be a bubble out of Atherman. Could be in a bad spot. Trying to see if he can maybe survive this damage using the wings as well as Shield of Vengeance to survive the onslaught by the mage. Look at that knockback with the, what is that thing? Arcanosphere? I haven't seen that thing in a good old while. What is this? Big blast of Spectral as he's still continuing to barrage after Ather. Just continue to rip through him with those missiles. But after he's in the execute range, barrages could be very, very deadly. Spectral got himself resources. Could be really bad. Atherman, does he have a bubble for this one? He still does, but he's playing with fire every single one of these barrages, especially when they're bursting, are just going to be deadly. Big burst. Oh, before the bubble could even proc, the man went down. I think maybe he was using another global and just didn't have the bubble come back up at the last second. That is really, really rough. Not the best is going to be up next. I like the name Not the Best, because it just runs with up next. CBA can even bubble. It's all good, man. Big Arcanosphere, does it connect? Actually does it, a boop in the gap back, but the quick in cap does let him at least close that gap. Lexi, blink available. Spectral is going to be able to reverse it. Not the best, got plenty of mobility, so you can maybe do this chase. Do this round the bend with a Mage Nova immediately. Got himself plenty of damage. Not the best. Might have actually ran out of cooldowns for a good bit there when it comes to just movement. Trying to see if he can close the gap. In cap does it. Is able to break past the shield with just a single kick. Ring of Pieces is going to put him in a bad spot, but a blink available for the Mage. Does he have any more mobility? Might be in a bad spot. Could be an icebox situation. Does he have anything? If he gets interrupted on Arcane, that could be really bad. Big knockback. Might still be in a bad spot. It's going to be that before Touch of Death comes out, just going to go for the icebox. Looking for the reset. Look, what is it? He broke your back? How does it bend like that? What is this? What is that bend? What is that? Just broke his back, snapped like a twig, and now big Arcane Surge available, but it's going to be an in-cap by the Monk, just trying to see if he can suppress some of the Mage's burst. Getting knocked up in air for just a second. Bad blaster damage. It's going to be Spectral. Is he going to just try to see if he can work his way through a Karma? Could be one of those situations. Got himself an invis. Not the best, looking for a bit of a reheal. Spectral still has a lot of burst damage available. So that was just a small go. He still has himself a big go. Just needs to find a way to separate away from not the best, the Monkus. As he got himself knocked up, it's going to be a Nova for just a second. Got himself maybe mobility. Looks like he does. And Spectral trying to keep his slows on the Monk. As long as he can keep that big distance away from the guy with Novas, he'll be in a great spot. Big surge to follow. He got himself a port, able to actually close the gap. Trick available for the Mage really, really early. Is going to be able to jump off the side of the arena, looking for that shift in power to get himself a little bit of that cooldown recovery. Trying to see if he can maybe roll over to the Mage. Big blasters available. Does not the best have anything available right now, though. He actually might be in a bad spot. I don't know what he has defensively. He does have dampen harm. Could be maybe big Arcanosphere. I don't think it really connected. It's still going to be big touch of the magic. Blasting out at the Monk. Is he going to be down for the count? Touch of the magic does a lot of damage, but not enough to kill the guy. Not yet. Missiles to follow. Get him some dampen harm. It's not going to be able to do much for you. Barrage is barely keeping you alive. There's going to be in cap last second looking for the recovery, but you're just in a rough spot. Unless you get yourself a Karma, you might be maybe okay. Barrages are still going to be smacking you back to back with missiles, just harassing you, not really letting you play the game. Interrupted to follow. It's going to be trying to go for a bit of a reset behind the pillar. Does he get himself a proper go? Looks like maybe that's going to be Spectral not pushing in at this moment. This way he's just going to back up for a minute, get himself some cooldowns, just relax. He got himself touching the magic. He got himself a pretty good setup. Not the best, does have Karma back up, so you could maybe use that in order to get counter aggressive with the Mage, and that's probably what he wants to do. Trying to go for Big Hex into an interrupt right after. It's going to be Zoen join in, trying to maybe go set up a Lexi, but it's going to be that Karma. Spectral does not have an ice block for this one, but he's got himself plenty of mobility. Trying to see if he can rip through his Karma while not letting the Monk touch him at all. The Monk just needs to close the gap, just to go for that one little jab in order to reach the Mage, but he's just not letting him do it. Lexi is going to have a blink for it. Man is literally having to go and get a whiplash, looking back and forth, but the mage could be big kicks to follow. Mad damage. Spectral trying to see if he can go for a bit of a reset. Not the best, got himself lots of recovery though, looking very, very healthy. Spectral, not a lot of health available. Touching the Magi range. The man is just trying to see if he can bail out of there. He got himself lots of damage available. Shadow Meld as well. If he can go for full burst versus the Monk, he might be okay. He needs to find a way to get away from the guy though. This is where Spectral needs recovery, needs some kind of healing, needs something, anything available. Does have a trinket. If he uses it properly, he might be okay. He also got a lot of damage cooked up. He's setting himself up for maybe potentially a victory here. If he's careful touching the Magi, it's gonna kill you though. Wait a second. Oh, back it out of there. This is gonna be a Monk with an incap. It's gonna be a trinket. Oh, it does go on for the big punch. Not even touching the Magi. I am surprised you didn't touch the Magi, the guy. Honestly, that's all you need to do is just reach him, hit him with a touch, and you're done. Jayhawk, not gonna let you get out of this side. Polymorph to follow. Does not have a poly that's gonna heal you. Big blaster damage on the best. Trying to go for a bit of a heal, but I think his barrage is over. This is gonna be touching the not touching the Magi. Oh, he is touching Magi that time around instead of touching the touch of death. TM Brood's gonna be up next, trying to see if he can maybe leg sweep Jayhawk, but I think he blinked. No, there goes a real leg sweep. Mad damage to Jayhawk. May just have to go for an ice block. Got him some survivability without all the time, but all that health gone within an instant, gone in like a whisper into the night. Gotta be TM Brew. Might just go for a karma situation here. Got himself a bit of defense. Jayhawk with an ice block before the big touch of the magic can really slam me down. Is gonna break out of it really, really early. Try to go for a polymorph. Wait a second. Does go for an interrupt with Jayhawk, but he does go for the knockback either way. The TM Brew super, super low, so is Jayhawk. It's gonna be a big kick. Karma's gonna take it down. Touching the Magi. Oh, touching death instead. Never mind. Gotta be a quick fear by SP. As TM Brew does not sit that fear long at all though, actually. Dark Ascension isn't going to be enough though. Got him some big barrages. This is going to be at least one of those bolts. Maybe connecting. Does connect. And SP is able to take him out. With Grifka last man standing over for the team 2. There's a last man standing with Tidra, Blister, and SP holding the fort. Can the Rogue make a comeback here right now? My goodness, man. I love how fast-paced all these games were, by the way. The Mage versus Monk and the back and forth they have. Gotta love it, man. I actually do enjoy how fast-paced, just like reaction time is everything there. I love it. Jayhawk, oh no, Jayhawk. Grifka is gonna get dotted up by SP. Got himself full PI and everything. Grifka getting hit with a stun. Spike and Sanity. Doing a lot of damage. Mind Games. Cloaker Shadows is available. SP does have at least quite a bit of burst for the guy who wants to go in for a full Void Eruption, but he knows he can with the Cloaker Shadows being up. At least able to get some healing. It's gonna be a gouge. Tentacles are on Grifka. SP does not have anything available. Does he maybe get himself a big kill last second? Oh, cheap shot. Oh, the airtight stuns, man. They are very, very airtight. And Blister with the flurry. Grifka with a vanish immediately. Gonna be that ice form for Blister. And Grifka is gonna have to go for a bit of reset. Blister doesn't even give Grifka any kind of opportunity to reset, does he? Knockback in the road, got himself a Shadow Step to stabilize himself back up on equal footing with the Mage. That's going to be Frozen Orb, doing quite a bit of damage actually. Gouge out the Blister for a second. Frozen Orb together with a Blizzard. Actually, Grifka not in a great spot. Might just go down here. No Cloaker Shadows for a bit. That's going to be a trinket out of the Mage. Vanish last second. Has the Cloaker Shadows back up. Blizzard does himself the, the Ice Form. And Grifka does dive onto the bridge to try to see if he can fade away from any of those fire rings and blizzards. Is going to try to go for an open onto Blister, but the Ice Form, I think, keeping him alive right now. Cloaker Shot is available. This is where Blister just needs to live just a little bit longer. Got him some images. Does he have mobility? Breath to follow. Last second. It's going to be Trinket. Nobody's available. Ice Block before that secret technique pops off. Does he just pop out of there? While the images are keeping Grifka in combat, maybe you might be okay. I think he's just going to save the Ice Block and just let himself get a full recovery. Looking for that cooldown reduction. Grifka does get himself a proper reset. Blister might be okay. If he can use Ice Form while stunned by Grifka, he will be perfectly fine. He just needs to find a way to get himself a proper go. If he can use that Ice Form to break out of a stun, he'll be okay. As long as he does use instant casting Grifka, he'll be golden. But Grifka taking advantage of the situation. No eyes available on either end. Blister can't even go looking for the guy. I mean, he can just throw out random blizzards everywhere, but that's really about all he can do right now. Does Grifka open up though? Potentially. He does have Vanish coming back up very, very soon, so maybe he can go for a bit of cheeky opener. It is going to be a blink out of Blister immediately. Does not look like he can go for Ice Form outside of a stun. Going to be Blister with full burst. Maybe it'll be enough. Grifka has a Vanish in case he needs to gouge to follow. Blister does recover a lot of health. Maybe he can go Nova with a pet. No, he doesn't get a Frozen Nova or nothing. Shadow Strike, no. Not even. Vanish to follow. Grifka trying to see if he can round the bend out of here. Does he have dots? Does he have any damage? No, it looks like he's actually clean. Blizzard tried to throw out blizzards everywhere, in every direction. But unless eyes are up, I don't think he's going to be able to find the rogue. And their eyes are back up. Grifka has a blind backup. Trinket available for Blister very, very soon too. Can the shot to follow? Have himself a blink. It's going to be cheap shot or after. Alter time maybe? No, not alter time. It's going to be Ice Form though. Bear onto Grifka. Into maybe Ring of Frost. Has himself a blind in case he needs to. Blind. Trinket available. Trying to go for Flurry. Lances. Grifka with a Shadow Meld. Wait a second. He more or less knows where Grifka might be. Shifting power. Maybe that gets him out randomly. Sap. Oh, that's Sap. Wait. Blink is all you got. Blink and alter time. I don't know if you can just blink all the time immediately. Ice Form. Just deny all the stuns. Grifka with the Cloak of Shadows, the Blister, all the time, last second. Oh no, oh no, Nova. He does give himself a Nova. Maybe Lances, maybe this is enough. Trinket by the Rogue. Oh my goodness. And Tidra trying to make sure the Rogue does not escape just to punish the criminal. My goodness, I'm so close. I was rooting for my man Obliv there at the end. I try not to take sides, man, but sometimes when you see in one class that has the advantage versus the other, I root for the underdog sometimes. My goodness, that was amazing.